Welcome to Desert Dates, the first ever blind dating show in the IE. Let's welcome your contestants. Let's go with the girls first. First one up, the wild desert flower. Let's give it up for Nikki. We got the government contractor herself. This is Christina. He's young, tall, handsome. Give it up for Brandon, the legendary filmmaker himself. Let's give it up for Josh.
Now that we met the contestants, it's time for our first date. We got Nikki and Brandon.
All right, guys, you guys are free to talk. If you guys want to introduce each other, your names. Let's start off with the ladies first, as always.
Hi, I'm Nikki.
Hello, I'm Brandon.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well.
Is this your first time doing something like this?
Yes, this is definitely my first time. How about yourself?
Same. How did you actually discover this or know about this?
So I saw a friend posted about it, and then my brother told me to sign up, so I was like, all right, and signed up. How about you? How'd you find out?
Actually, I had a girlfriend. She actually let me know that, hey, girl, I found something that you might be interested in. And I saw it and was like, oh, okay, and I signed up. I didn't think I'd actually, get on here. So it's actually pretty fun. It's a great experience so far.
Definitely. I felt the same way. I was not expecting to get accepted.
What would you guys say is like your usual type? Starting off with the girls first.
Honestly, I don't really have a type other than the fact that they have really good manners and are, good to me and my family, my friends, and, my safety and well-being's taken into consideration, and somebody that likes to have fun with and somebody that wants to grow with me.
I would say they have to have a sense of humor, be family-oriented, have a good personality, pretty much just able to have fun, go out, do things.
What is your guys' biggest red flags when it comes to dating?
Oh, man. There's actually quite a few of them, for me anyways. For me, it's no baby mama drama.
Valid.
Seriously, that's a big time, none of that.
Yeah.
That's a huge, no. Also, to healthy boundaries with family, friends. I'm old school, so I don't believe in being friends with an ex, and it's nothing against them or anything like that. It's just that they're in the past for a reason, and I'm here in the present and looking towards the future. And if someone is friends with an ex, I wish them well, but that's just kind of not my style. No smoking, and those are the big ones right there. Oh, and I'm a big believer in God, so for me, faith is pretty big for me.
My red flags would be definitely smoking, having a different person in their life that, the father, but bad, negative, energy with them going on. Don't really have very many red flags, more so just that they're a good person, they're not trying to do drugs, party all the time, stuff like that.
What is something that is interesting about yourself? Go ahead, ladies first.
Oh, man. Well, let's see. I've had a couple different careers. I used to be a flight attendant in my early 20s. And then after a while, I actually moved on to the medical field, where I worked as an admin assistant. And then from there, I went into education. And I worked in the school district for about close to 10 years, and now I work with the contractors. I did project management, and I also work as a Division 40 fleet manager and admin assistant. So, jack of all trades.
It's exciting and fun.
Yeah.
So, something interesting about myself, I'm actually a registered nurse. Grew up always wanting to help people, always wanting to, make sure that people are in the best health they can be in, help them out in any way I can. Used to volunteer at homeless shelters to help feed and clothe the homeless. I enjoy, fitness if I can, going on walks, jogging a little, stuff like that.
Okay.
All right, so this is obviously your guys' first date. I know there's nerves, but if you guys had a second date, what would you guys do? Let's start with the guys first on this one.
Probably something casual, get to know each other better, have more like personal talk, not like personal, but like connecting, I personally like small things like maybe going to a park, having a picnic or something. We can go get a coffee or something, things like that. Just that way you can get to know each other more, not spend a bunch of money on someone that you might not see again.
Yeah, that's understandable. To me, I'm actually pretty open. Like, I'm the kind of person that likes to have the guy plan it out. So I'm open to whether it's coffee or, breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, anything that's active, So I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to things like that. And, depending on like how long, if anything, I like when a guy makes the plans, so you surprise me and you tell me when and where and I show up.
Do you guys have any kids? And if you guys don't have any kids, do you want kids? We'll start with the ladies on this one.
No, I always wanted kids, but it just never happened. I am definitely open to kids in the sense of, if someone has kids, I will definitely welcome them as my own. And if they don't, then that's fine too. I leave it with God.
I do not have any kids myself. I do want to start a family, though. I do want kids of my own. I date for marriage, and I want to make sure the partner has family values, so they obviously have to want kids as well. Yeah.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
No, those are good things, actually.
How do you guys feel like the day is going, like, right now?
It's going good. Like, I like everything that he has said, and
How about you, Brandon? You think the same?
I like her energy. She seems like she has a bubbly personality, which is nice.
If you guys want, you guys can like reach out, like palms up, and try to like touch hands if you want, just to kind of like.
Is he blindfolded too?
Yeah, he's blindfolded too. Yeah. It's her hands out. If you want to go palm out forward.
I'm like, is he blindfolded too? I don't know.
Sorry, do it.
Yeah. Just keep going, just all the way upwards more. Up more. No, do you stay there? Okay, there you go.
My hand's a little cold, but
That's okay.
All right, whose palm is sweaty? Anyone nervous?
I mean, I think we're both nervous.
Yeah, I was about to say, both a little nervous. Happens both ways.
I don't know if this is connection, but you guys can stop whenever you want.
Oh, okay.
You didn't have to go that
I'm
long.
waiting for directions.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's up to you guys. Do you guys have any other questions you want to ask yourselves?
Oh, okay. I got some good ones. What has been your best date, and what has been your worst date?
My best date and worst date?
Yeah.
Okay, so my best date was probably just going out and like bowling. Mm-hmm. We had fun, had a blast, got to mess around, make jokes while, making fun of each other. And then my worst date, probably went to a movie theater. It was like an older movie theater, like rundown kind of.
Okay.
And then they were just like silent the entire time.
Ooh.
And there was just no connection. They pretty much just sat there like a statue the entire date.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. How about you?
Well, let's see. Best date was probably, it's kind of a toss-up between Topgolf and, let's see, what was the other one? Oh, going to an LAFC game. Topgolf was fun, but I'm like horrible at it, but it was still fun, Yeah. And LAFC was fun because I used to play soccer as a kid, so I loved it. So that was a lot of fun. Worst date? Oh, man. It's more of a story. I don't know. It's kind of a disgusting story, but it's
Just go for it. Don't hold back.
So I kind of make it as a rule of thumb that I typically wait until after the third date before I actually kiss anyone. And it's because of this reason. Yeah. Okay. So I actually was, I had some friends, and the wife invited me to go and have dinner with her and her husband. And I thought it was going to be just the three of us. And unknowingly to my friend, her husband had invited his friend. And so me and, the other friend had known each other, and we had gone out, once. And met, and it was a good conversation. But anyways, we went to this local place here, and we didn't know that they were, the other person was going to be there. So it ended up being like a double date. And good conversation was going between the four of us. And then at one point, the husband and wife just, got up and left, and they had to leave. So me and him started talking. And anyways, towards the end of the night, he was like, okay, I'll just, walk you to the car. I'm like, okay, yeah. And he kind of leaned in for a kiss. And this is horrible because I get so PTSD from it.
Got it.
He pulled me in, and just think of the worst kiss imaginable. No. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there and let you answer what you think is the worst kiss possible.
I guess just right off the bat, if it's your first kiss, sticking your tongue down their throat, with their mouth tasting nasty,
Mm-hmm.
and then slobber on the outside of your mouth everywhere,
Okay.
that type of thing.
Okay, so you got 2 out of the other ones. First of all, I was clenched super tight, no breathing room or anything, and then he just went for it, tongue down, inside, forced, and then slobbery, but that's not even what made it worse. We had stopped eating dinner at one point, and so we had stopped for maybe an hour, so when he walked me back to my car, a whole hour had gone by. And so as he's holding me, a piece of meat from the back of his tooth went from his mouth into my mouth. And I could not push away fast enough because he was clenching me so tight. And as soon as I had air to breathe, he was like, oh my gosh, you're such a good kisser. And before I had a chance, he did again. And
Oh, wow.
not only that, but not one time, twice. Another piece of meat that was stuck in his teeth went from my mouth, or from his mouth into my mouth. And I was like, it was so gross. It was so gross.
Yeah.
I could not. And my girlfriends were like, why didn't you spit it out? I couldn't. I had no choice but to swallow it. Could not do it. It was so gross. So then he was like, okay. I gently had to push him away, and I was like, thank you, I have to go home. He's like, can I call you? I said, I gotta get to bed, I have school, which was actually true.
Yeah.
I went home. As soon as I went home, I went to the toilet. I started retching up, getting so sick. And then I actually took hydrogen peroxide, mixed it with water, and started gargling it. And I brushed my teeth 3 or 4 times, did the mouthwash, nothing. I was like, and I was like that for 20 minutes, mouthwash, gargle, spit, hydrogen peroxide with water, gargle, spit, went to the toilet again, thought I was gonna get sick. It was horrible. So as a rule of thumb, I wait till after the 3rd date for any kind of kissing.
So after the 3rd date, okay. All right, Brandon, take some notes.
Yeah. Hey,
No
mental
meat.
notes being taken right now.
On the 3rd date, we guys are going to a steakhouse. All right, I think you guys are doing great. We're gonna wrap this first one up.
Okay.
We're gonna go ahead and take Brandon out, and we're gonna bring in your 2nd date right now. As soon as we take him out, you can kind of take off your blindfold and clean up if you want.
We'll let you know when.
Okay.
We'll
We'll bring them
Okay,
back.
yeah, just let me know.
It was nice meeting you.
Very nice meeting you too.
Now, for the 2nd date, Nikki is about to meet Josh.
All righty, we're here with Nikki and Josh. Let's go ahead. You guys want to introduce yourself to each other?
Hi, I'm Nikki. How are you?
I'm good. I'm Josh.
Nice to meet you.
You as well.
Thanks.
Kind of in this way, I guess.
Yeah.
Did this be constituted as a meeting? I don't know.
Have you ever done anything like this before?
No, nothing like this.
Yeah, same. First time, so I think it's so far it's been interesting and fun, and I don't know, it's definitely fun. How about you?
Yeah, no, I've never done anything like this before, and being out here in the high desert, there's not a whole lot, so I figured, what the heck?
Might as well, right?
Might as well. Last time I said that about something out here, it turned out really well, and it
Yeah.
had nothing to do with dating. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, my girlfriend, she actually had, she had seen the ad in the paper, and she's like, hey, girl, you better check this out. And I was like, oh, I don't know. She's like, I mean, what's it gonna hurt? And I was like, okay, might as well, right? And I was really surprised when they called me, so, but hey.
Yeah, why not, right?
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot going on out here, so.
Yeah, exactly.
So, are you from here originally?
Yeah, I actually grew up here.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been here since since about 6.5. So I've seen it grown from, where there was like nothing to where it is now. So.
Okay.
And how about you?
I'm from LA originally.
Oh, okay. What part?
When we moved here, we moved from North Hollywood.
Okay.
Yeah. Valley Village.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And have you been up here for a long time? Or?
Since 2017.
Okay, so about 8 years.
Yeah, going in our eighth year, yeah.
I'm not good with math, but I know when I bought my house.
Yeah, it's not usually my strong suit as well, so that's a good thing right there.
Now, do you work up here or do you work down the hill?
I actually teach at one of the local colleges. COVID kind of screwed my job up, and it's been quite some time since I've taught, but hopefully pretty sure I'll be teaching in the fall again.
Oh,
so,
that's great. That's great. What do you teach?
I teach in the 3D animation department.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I teach a class called digital video production.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so it'll
Very
be nice
nice.
to get back to that.
Yeah, Nikki, you're becoming a professional, asking a lot of good questions.
Yeah.
What are we here for?
I know, right? All right. Well, let's ask this one. Have you guys ever been cheated on, or have you ever cheated? Let's start with the boys on this one.
Yes, I have. And unfortunately,
I'm sorry.
I have been cheated on, yes.
Okay. I'm just like, I'm going to make it.
I don't need said
I'm
first.
like, no.
My one and only marriage lasted for 5 years, and yeah, that's it was a product of the underlying issues. So one of the many products from the underlying issues with mental illness. So yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, it teaches you a lot.
It does.
Teaches you a lot. So sadly to say, it kind of wasn't a surprise. So.
Yeah, me, I've never cheated. I have been cheated on. It's not a good feeling, so I definitely understand how that can happen. In fact, it was probably a while ago. It was definitely years ago.
Okay.
I was somebody I was dating at the time, and he cheated on me with a friend, ex-friend of mine.
Yeah. That was one of the ones that happened in my relationship. So I feel you on that one as well.
Me, I've never been married. I've always wanted to get married. I was engaged at one time, but we ended up growing apart, and and that ended about 4 years ago. So 4.5 years.
Okay, that's about right where I'm at from when mine ended.
Okay.
So sad.
It's all good, we live, we learn, and it's how you move forward. So.
Yeah, it can be a little hard, but I mean, when one door closes, another one opens,
That's what they say.
Yep.
That's what they say, and you never know.
Never know.
Well, all right. Let's not make it too sad. But
Sorry, did I make it
this
sad?
next question could be a little more sad. What did you guys do for Valentine's Day? Let's start with the lady this time.
Oh, well, I had a blast. I actually went with some girlfriends, and one of my girlfriends, her daughter, and then we just basically went and had margaritas and tacos at Los Domingos here in Apple Valley. And then I also have a Galentine's brunch that I'm doing on Sunday, which is tomorrow. So yeah.
I didn't do much. Hung out with my kid, made sure he had a good day at school, and he actually was the one that gave out the Valentine's presents to me and my mom.
Oh, how sweet.
So,
very nice.
Yeah, so that always means more than anything.
Very sweet. Yeah.
So, but other than that, didn't do much.
Okay.
Didn't do much. Not being from here, don't have a whole lot of friends out here, so yeah. This is kind of not the place to move if you want to be single.
Yeah, but there are some people that I like to call them diamonds in the rough. You just never know what you're gonna find. You
never know. And
Yep.
That's pretty much why I gave this a shot. Why not?
What are any hobbies that you guys have? Let's start with the gentleman this time.
Hobbies. Well, between raising a kid and going to school myself, I like to write, which probably doesn't sound like a hobby to a lot of people, but I'm an independent filmmaker as well, so I'm usually writing or working on something.
What do you like to write?
Well, I don't want to get too depressing again, so...
Like genre? Like, is it horror? Is it like real life? Is it...
Is it erotic novels?
Yeah.
No, we're not in the valley, bro. No, Well, a lot of stuff I read is actually kind of, I'm a real kind of Tarantino-ish fan, so along the lines of that kind of stuff, kind of psychological crime, thriller, drama.
Okay.
So I also do write, one of the other things I'm writing is some pretty heavy material. That could probably be covered later because I don't want to get too depressing again. But it's good stuff, good stories.
Okay.
I'm a real fan of true stories and stories of survival and overcoming and stuff like that. So.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think survival is great, but it's also about resilience as far as like how, fast you can bounce back. As for me, fun fact, I used to be a flight attendant, and so back in my early 20s, so I was there the day before, the day of, and 5 days after 9/11 happened.
Oh, wow.
So I know about that type of stuff.
Okay.
And it really is, how you take those events and then you turn around and make it, work for you, and you learn to overcome things like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I remember that very well.
Yeah.
Very well.
But my hobbies, I actually like, spending time with family and friends, and I love, I love to travel. I love trying new things. I actually have a bucket list of things I want to do. So as far as my bucket list, right now, I haven't ridden in a hot air balloon yet, and so I'm planning on doing that with a girlfriend later on this year, and I'm also planning on traveling probably by myself. I'm looking at a couple different countries to go to because I still have that traveling bug in me. And I like to just be basically at the lake with my friends and just, having a good time.
A bucket list, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I know this is your guys' first date, but if you were to get guys to go on a second date, where would that second date be at? What would it be? Let's start with the boys.
I would say at least maybe somewhere kind of quiet to talk and not have a whole lot of music blaring or anything like that. So I've been on dates where like you just pick the wrong venue and it's like too much music going or something. So somewhere kind of nice and quiet, and I don't know. It would also depend on what the lady here would be up for. So I'm all about trying to make sure the person I'm with is comfortable and in their, an environment where they feel comfortable. And that's kind of probably where it all start for me.
Yeah, I'm pretty open. I can go pretty much anywhere. I like, I can do coffee, brunch.
Coffee's always good, yeah.
Yeah,
Coffee's always good.
Dinner, lunches. I like activities, so like, if you were to suggest bowling or maybe Scandia, because they got, a little outdoor like mini putt-putt, that would be fun too.
Yeah, I've never been there before.
Yeah,
I drive by it all the time.
It's pretty fun there, but I mean, like I said, I'm pretty open. I would prefer that the guy plans it out, so
gotcha.
I'm
cool with that.
it and I show up. So,
all right, cool.
As long as I know what to wear. So.
Well, then I would say, then my question would be is what do you not want to do? And then we'll go from there.
I'm actually pretty open. Like,
Okay.
honestly, I mean, there really hasn't been a lot that I haven't done already in the sense of, like, I like to go shooting.
Nice.
Yeah, I like to do shooting. I will do golfing, even though I'm not very good at it. I like to go bowling, movies, just going to the lake, the beach, things like that. So
Very cool.
I'm pretty open.
All right, good. I'll make it easy then.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like this date is going good so far, this first initial date?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, that was a long pause.
Conversation has been easy, I'll say that. So that's always a plus. And can't really go off of much more than that from here. But conversation felt nice, and totally be down.
It was nice. It was very nice.
I think we're gonna throw a little twist in here, and I think we're gonna bring in the other guy.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and ask you who would you like a second date with. But wait till we bring him in, okay?
Okay.
All right, give us 1 second. Alrighty, so we have everyone here, and Nikki, the spotlight is on you. If you were to go on a second date with one of these boys, who would it be and why?
Well, before I answer that, I actually have 2 questions to ask each of them.
Oh.
It's something that I always do. It's not what would be considered politically correct as far as first date etiquette.
All right.
But
Getting juicy.
I always think this is important because it's part of a great foundation. So the question, since I'm intentionally dating to marry, would be, the first question is, what are your political views?
Ooh.
And the second question is, what is your faith and are you practicing?
Yep, Josh, go ahead and
All
start
right.
off.
Faith, I am Jewish, actually.
Okay.
So we are not practicing, but I hold my family's values and what got my family through what they went through very, very closely. So I'm very enriched in our family history. And then politically, I'll put it this way, I'm kind of all right with what's going on. If that answers everything.
It doesn't.
It doesn't? All right.
Should we get a drum roll?
I'm actually, kind of excited to see what's going to happen in the next year or two, because I really, especially being in the military and whatnot, I just really don't feel like we've been going in all the right direction. So, I'm down for any race, creed, color, anybody who wants to live their life anyway. I have no problems with any life choices anybody makes in any extreme way or another. But I just want to see this country and this world thriving again, and just doesn't seem like it's been thriving.
Okay.
So, is that good?
I'll take it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm glad you asked that question, though. I'm very glad you asked that question. Yeah.
All right. Now, Brandon, you are on the spotlight. Go ahead and answer her question. If you want to ask the question again, I don't know if you...
I kind of forgot a little bit.
So, it would be, what would be your political belief and your faith, and do you practice?
Okay, so I am Seventh-day Adventist, which is a form of Christianity.
Okay.
I haven't been practicing more recently, but I do, still believe in all my beliefs and everything. I still have my close connection with God. I just, do it from my home instead of in an actual church now.
Okay.
And then I am Republican.
Okay.
Straightforward.
Yeah.
All right, now that you have that question all set away, Nikki, the spotlight is on you.
Okay.
Who would you want to go on a second date?
Hey, can we have her tell us where she lives politically?
I think that's pretty.
That's a fair question.
That is a fair question.
All right.
Okay, since you both answered with the faith first, I'm going to answer with the faith first. I am practicing Christian, and I do go to church. I would love to go to church with someone and have them go to church with me. I do Bible study right now, and as far as political, I am Republican, and I did vote for Trump 3 times.
All right.
Okay. For the third time, the spotlight's on. All righty, Nikki. If you were to go on a second date with one of these boys, one of these fine gentlemen, why, and then who would it be?
The person that I would actually go on a second date with would be the person that I felt I had a stronger connection with. And that's you, Brandon.
Okay.
All righty. How do you feel about this, Brandon?
Yeah, I feel great. Like, she has a great personality. She's outgoing. That's always good to a good quality to have in yourself. Sounds confident. I don't know. I'm just glad.
All righty. So in the next 3 seconds, I'm gonna have you guys take off your blindfolds. In 3, 2, 1, go ahead and take them off. Is it what you guys expected?
I had no idea what to expect. So,
Yeah?
Pretty much what I expected.
Okay.
I had no idea what to expect.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
If you guys want to get up and give each other a hug, Brandon, Nikki, if you guys want to talk, exchange information. You two can come on over here. Alrighty. Okay. So Nikki, are you happy with your choice?
Yes.
Are you happy she picked you?
Yeah.
How do you feel right now?
Wasn't expecting to get picked, but Glad it did.
What was the deciding factor?
Republican.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they both were Republican.
Yeah, he was Republican.
Yeah, but he just wasn't saying it.
But, and that's the thing is like,
Say it loud and proud.
just tell me, man. Just tell
Yeah.
me. I don't have time
Just
for
have
games.
the courage to say
I
it.
don't have time for games. Like, just be direct.
Okay. If you guys want to like act like you like each other, yeah, you guys, I know it's kind of an awkward way to start, but I'll let you guys exchange like information, phone numbers, and then if you guys do go on a second date, please let us know.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. This is where we're going to tell you, sponsored by Scandia. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, okay. Thank you guys for coming on. Do you have anything you want to say?
No. You know what? You guys actually do look pretty good together already.
you.
I already see it happening. But yeah, happy for both of you guys. This is pretty cool.
Thank you.
All right.
And now for our second girl to go on her first date with Josh.
Alrighty, we're back now with our second rounds of dating. We have Christina and Josh. Go ahead and introduce you guys yourself to each other.
Ladies first.
Hi, Josh. I'm Christina. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right.
You guys are
You guys, yeah.
We were talking more before the camera started rolling.
Let's see. Let's start off with where are you guys from? Let's start with the ladies again.
I am originally from Whittier, California, but I've been up here in the high desert since 2007. I live in the Oak Hills, near Hesperia, technically, near Oak Hills.
I'm guessing you were done?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm originally from Los Angeles, and then moved away in '89. Lived in Minnesota for 22 years, and then I moved back to Los Angeles in 2010, and that's always been home in my heart. And then we moved up here in 2017, and I live in Apple Valley.
Apple Valley, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
What part of LA were you from?
Well, my roots were in LA proper, La Cienega, Olympic area.
Okay.
And then we lived in the valley as well. So
I lived in the Valley myself.
everybody in LA has lived in the valley
Have
at
they?
some point.
I lived in San Fernando and San Gabriel, but yes,
Yeah.
I lived in Van Nuys for almost 3 years.
Okay, yeah. When we moved here, we moved from North Hollywood, Valley,
Oh, okay.
Valley
we were
Village.
neighbors.
Yeah, Valley Village.
Okay, yeah, I know where you're at.
All right, yeah, Laurel and Magnolia.
I was right on the border of Encino and
Okay.
yeah, like literally where we were like neighbors.
So West Valley.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Because I used to go to Balboa Park and I'd ride my bike,
Yeah.
and the bike paths, that they're beautiful bike paths over the river.
Yeah. yeah.
So yeah, I would. I love the Balboa Park there too, and the lake, and the
Yeah, Balboa Park's
Right,
pretty
it's
nice.
so beautiful.
At least for a park in the middle of LA, it's nice.
I agree. I agree.
Do you guys have any kids? Let's go ahead and start off, gentlemen first.
I do. I have one beautiful 9-year-old boy. He is very awesome, and I'm super proud of being a dad, and I can say with confidence I'm a great dad, and he's made me be a great dad as well. And yeah, I'm currently raising him with my mother.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. How about you?
I have. I was a young mother, so my
Okay.
kids are all grown. So I have 4 children. I was 16 when I had my first. So, and I was 21 when I had twins, and so yeah, it's a little bit too much information, but yeah, and then I have my youngest. My youngest will be 21 in April. One of them is here with me today, brought me here. She's 25, and her sister is a twin. She's also 25.
Oh, wow.
My oldest is going to be 30 in March. So,
Wow.
but yeah, I have all my kids are grown now, so
Okay.
no more babies for me.
Yeah, I've been a little bit of a late bloomer when it came to the kids thing. But,
Yeah, it's okay.
I was,
That's a good thing, I think.
It was a good thing. I was glad because I had
I agree.
a lot more experience, and I knew more
Patience.
of who I was and who I wanted to be, and
Right. Amen.
yeah, had a lot more tools.
I agree.
Especially got to raise this boy into being a good man.
He's your only one?
Yes, I only have one child.
Okay.
What are your guys' biggest red flags?
I'll let him go first on this one.
Okay, we'll go ahead and go him first.
Inconsistency
Okay.
is my biggest red flag. Somebody who's a different person around different people
sense.
is kind of a red flag. Like, I don't mean you just act a little different. You got to be professional in the professional world.
Right.
But I mean, like really, like
Different audiences.
Yeah, put on like a whole new act in front of different people. So, and unfortunately, that comes from experience.
I'm sorry about that.
Don't be. It's made me a better person.
I think all of us have experiences, good and bad, for a reason.
Yeah. So, what about you? Biggest red flag? Was that it?
Yeah, that was the question.
My biggest red flag, I would have to say, if I catch somebody in some kind of a lie, whether they lie about, and it could be an exaggeration, it could be a fake photo from when they were 20 years ago, it could be, it could be that, and I can understand like embellishing, but when you're literally making something bigger than what it is, or just to try to show off or try to impress somebody, like that, I don't like.
Yeah, for me that falls into the
kind of what you're
being
saying.
A different person.
I agree.
With different people, because you're straight up lying to the person.
Amen.
That, yeah,
Amen.
so,
Just be real, be yourself,
be real,
transparent.
Be yourself,
I mean, obviously you should hold back certain things, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Time will reveal everything.
Yeah, you should have a filter of some kind, like, but at the same point, like, I think that just if you really truly want to build a relationship with somebody, trust for me is first and foremost very important. So
most definitely,
right?
I agree wholeheartedly.
Thank you, appreciate that. I agree with you as well.
All right, let's maybe spice it up just a little bit. Have you guys ever been cheated on, or have you guys ever cheated? Let's go and start with the ladies this time.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
That sounds promising.
Right. Yes, I have been cheated on. I was married, and unfortunately, my husband had an affair with a friend's sister.
It's always the friends.
Yeah.
It's always the friends.
She also technically had a crush on him in high school, and I moved to the high school, and he fell for me, so it was this ironic twist. But I ultimately left him because of it, and we were 12 years together, and that was the camel that broke my back. I just couldn't. That doesn't make any sense.
The straw that broke the camel's back.
But
I'm
it was
with
the
you.
straw that broke my back. I said
you.
no. I just couldn't. Even with the children, because all my kids were from him, and even with 4 kids, I just felt like I had been through enough, and I just couldn't do it. We were high school sweethearts, and we had been together a very long time. I was still fairly young, and I just thought, you know what, I'll let him go do what he needs to do, and I'm going to go do what I need to do, and we'll just go our separate ways. But so I've never cheated, though, personally. No.
Well, I have never cheated. Yes, I was cheated on. It did end my marriage as well, among many, 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 many other things.
I'm sorry.
For one, got to give you a lot of respect for being in so deep. 12 years and 4 kids. It's really,
yeah, I know. I was young and dumb,
No, that still must have been a very, very, very hard, but probably liberating in the end decision to walk away from a marriage like that. So I can respect that big time.
Thank you.
Because a lot of people stay together when they shouldn't.
Right.
And then kids are not the right reason to stay together by any means. That's one of the worst reasons to stay together when things aren't working.
Right.
So kudos to you. It says a lot about your character. And
Thank you.
That's amazing.
It's a predominant reason, though, most people stay together is to give the kids what they didn't have, maybe, or what they would like, a family, that type. I get why people stay.
But
is all I'm saying.
if there's any sort of nastiness going on there, it's just not good.
Right. Amen.
So I give you a lot of kudos for not walking away from the family, but walking away from that situation.
Right.
So, with your kids.
Thank you. Same for you. I'm sure you had your reasons as well.
Yeah, mine was definitely an interesting situation too. So we all have our stories.
Right. Amen.
That's good. I feel like you guys are like having some good chemistry here. Do you guys kind of feel the same way?
Yeah,
The conversation's going very well.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that too, for sure.
Thank you. I'm glad actually. It's making things a lot easier for me, and it was.
Yeah, it was a weird situation.
Yeah, I was so nervous going into this, and
If you guys want, you guys can kind of like reach out your hand and kind of like touch each other's hand for a second, just to kind of feel that energy.
I'm just kidding. Isn't it weird though? Like, how are we gonna?
No, just follow the sound.
There you go.
I'm like touching flowers.
That's okay. There you go.
There you go.
Hi, nice to meet
Hi,
you.
nice to meet you.
So yeah, no, conversation's been really good.
Yeah, you guys think this first date is going really well?
So far, so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than I'm missing the steak and the salad. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Steak
I'm
and
joking.
salad.
You're missing the what? What'd you say?
Steak and the salad.
I'm hungry. I'm sorry.
That's a good meal.
I'm kidding. Totally kidding.
I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna end this first date and we're gonna move on to this second one, okay?
Okay.
Copy that.
All right.
All right.
It's good meeting you.
Yes, you as well. You as well.
And now for Christina's second date with Brandon.
Alrighty, guys, we are back at this second date with Christina and Brandon. Do you guys want to introduce each other to yourselves?
Sure.
Yeah.
2 for 2 on the awkward beginnings.
Ladies first.
Hi, Brandon. I'm Christina. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you. I'm Brandon.
All right. Well,
Okay, that's that. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
all right. What do you guys do for work? Let's go ahead and start off with the ladies.
I work in contracting at this point. I'm actually in a training program for government contracting. So I just started about 4 months ago, and things are going well. But I've been with the government for a very long time now.
I'm currently a registered nurse.
Okay.
Trying to find like what section of nursing I want to be in, but I'm currently in hospice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I worked in. I actually was a medical support assistant at Advanced for somewhere for a very long time, and I worked in oncology, hematology, but we also had some hospice palliative care patients that would come through. So yeah, I understand. Sometimes it can be hard, but ultimately, you're there for people at some of the hardest points in their life. So I think. And some of those people actually appreciate life a lot more than others. So
For sure.
And they make you kind of reevaluate your life in some ways. I feel like it was one of the best experiences I had personally.
What's one interesting thing about yourself? Let's start with the ladies first.
One interesting thing about me is recently, at least, I've gotten into photography. I like, if I'm somewhere and I'm experiencing something, I like to take that experience and capture it in a photograph. Whether it's a visual, something artsy and beautiful, or a sunset, or it's an event that's taking place that I'm at, like I like to capture as many moments as possible. And then ultimately I try to put them together in a reel and post them on social media for others to share with them. And to promote small businesses also in some ways. So that's something interesting about me.
Something interesting about me, I enjoy just going outside, seeing nature as much as I can. Any outdoorsy activity I'm down for. It's just nice to be able to like see the fresh air whenever you can and get to see what God created, you know?
Amen. I agree with you. It's meditative for sure.
Exactly.
I've heard you say amen a couple times. Is religion a big part of your dating life and your day-to-day life?
It's more of an agreement, but yes, I was in a near-death accident 3 years ago, so
Wow.
I had a near-death experience, and it was very spiritual for me. I don't know if anybody's aware of those types of experiences, but I basically went through a lot of what other people go through during that time, and I was touched by God. And when you come face to face with God, I feel like you can't. I call it God. You can call it what you want, but the experience itself was life-changing. So, once you see something and experience something, you can't deny it exists. So, I just try my best to always kind of live my life to the fullest. Number one, and also to appreciate and be grateful for for the spiritual world and what it offers us, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I grew up in church and stuff, so I grew up being raised, in faith. I'm Christian.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the path I choose, at least, yes.
Oh, yeah. And in dating life, I definitely say religion does play a big part in it.
Right.
Because in the Bible it says, you got to be equally yoked with your partner. I've had a few times where there's some people that, you try to date, but they're a different religion and you guys just clash too much together.
Right.
When you're trying to talk about beliefs or anything.
Yes, that's kind of why I've taken a step back from dating recently, because I'm following more what God puts in my life, and I feel like it's just something it is important to me, I should say. It really, I'm not denying that it is, because it is. Ultimately, my family is very Christian, and my kids are becoming more and more Christian. And so I just feel like it's just what's right for us
in our life, and for others as well, So I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm probably rambling now.
So, how long have you been single, and why do you think you've been single for that long? Let's go ahead and start with the lady.
Again, just kidding. I was like this. You can't see me, but I'm crossing my fingers. But yeah, I have been single. Okay, I've been single for as far as dating is concerned, probably 6 to 8 months. But as far as a long-term relationship, it's been a while. My ex passed away in 2019, and we were together 7 years, and it was very devastating for me. And then after that, it was COVID, and there were other things, so the pandemic, and just all these things. Have I dated? Yes. Have I had friends that I've hung out with and family members? Yes. That doesn't make sense for romance, but you know what I mean. That sounds terrible. I don't mean it like that. What I mean is I've kept myself busy, I should say.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh Lord. I guess that's a hard question for me. And also I've taken time, number one, to grieve. Number two, to kind of work on what I want in life and what's important to me. And also spirituality, because 3 years ago I was in an accident, almost died myself. So after that, I kind of had to take a step back, and I started getting into meditation and yoga and reading the Word. And so I've just been trying to change my life for the better, I should say. So I think that involves sometimes focusing on myself for a while. I'll let you go with that.
What was the question again?
Is this an interview just for me? Oh, I'm just kidding.
Take it away. No.
I'm kidding.
So what was the question?
The question was, how long have you been single, and why do you think you've been single for that long?
Okay, so I've gone on dates, but I've been single for 2 years now.
Okay.
It's by choice. It's just not finding the right person,
Right, I get it.
Yeah. You gotta make sure your personalities mesh together, so that way you'll actually be in a happy, loving relationship instead of clashing with each other the whole time.
Right.
Yeah.
If there's one thing you would want this other person to know about you, what would it be? We'll go ahead and start with the boys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm actually still a virgin.
Wow. God bless you.
Yeah, so that's one interesting thing you should know.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Actually, my daughter's husband he's here in the room. But I'm just kidding. There's nothing wrong with
the
that.
stray shots are crazy.
I know, huh?
Shots fired.
No, not like
The
that.
camera
not
just
at all.
panned to him right now.
I just mean, that's something to cherish. And I feel it's some people, I wish I would have taken more pride in my virginity, honestly, I should say. But an interesting fact about me, or what was the question again? I'm sorry, in this case, I really do need to know the question.
Just if there's something that you would want this other person to know, what would it be about yourself?
What I want them to know is I have a great family, and I have 4 children who are fully grown. And I personally do not plan to have any more children, so I think that's important. Based on someone's life and what they want to provide, I would never want to keep anyone from any goals or ambitions to have a family of their own. However, I'm more than willing to share, and I know my family is more than willing to bring someone in. I think that's important to know in a relationship. It's not something I come out the gate with, but I think that it's very important to be, just like you came out and were so real with me about sharing your news. I mean, that's something that's not easy to discuss, and it's not easy to throw out there, and including the fact that I am a mother, and I have grandchildren. I have 3 grandchildren. One is 7 years old, and one just turned 5 years old yesterday, and I have a 1-year-old. So, yeah.
Okay, I think we want to go ahead and bring in the other guy, and we'll go ahead and do the grand finale where we get you to choose who you want to go with. Yeah, and then after that we'll do a reveal, but it'll all be in time. Okay, let's go ahead and bring him in.
We'll get the other guy.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right, we're back at the grand finale. Christina, the spotlight is on you.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and ask these boys one more question just to solidify who you want to go on a second date with.
Do you want children in the future?
I do want children in the future.
Josh?
I have a child now.
But do you want more children?
That would all depend on who I'm with and what they want.
Okay. Good answer from both of you. Let's see here. Okay, so to go again, Brad, what are your plans for your romantic future in the next 5 years?
My plans for my romantic future?
Yes.
In the next 5 years, I'm hoping, to find the one, settle down and actually start a family within the next 5 years.
And Josh? Do you need me to repeat the question, or are you good?
No, I'm good. Where do I see my romantic life for the next 5 years?
Right.
Hopefully not where it is now. I guess ultimately in the end we all want that somebody that we want to be with, and that's definitely why I'm here to, just I guess expand the odds.
There you go.
Because you never know.
You never know, amen.
You never know.
Alrighty, we are at that point. Again, Christina, the spotlight is on you. Why and who would you want to go out on a second date with?
First of all, I want to say that I think Brad's a wonderful person, and I would pick him if we had more aligned, but we don't, unfortunately. Just the reason I say that is I don't plan on having any more children, and I wouldn't want to keep that or from Brad having the opportunity to have that in the future. But I think he's a wonderful person, and everything he said was great, and we had a great conversation. So ultimately, I don't hold nothing against him, is what I mean. As far as Josh is concerned, we had a great conversation. I like his humor, and I just feel like we're more aligned in our lives right now. So I'd have to say, just based on some of the conversations we had, that I would choose Josh, and only for the reason that I feel, which is an important reason. I just feel like we're more aligned in what we want.
Wow, that was great. It was
very detailed.
Yeah, that was great. That was great explanation. Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, before we end this, we want to go ahead and do a complete reveal. So in the countdown from 3, go ahead and take your blindfolds off. In 3, 2, 1, go ahead.
Oh, Lord. Hi, guys. Whoa.
We make the light extremely bright just
Just so I could be blinded by the light.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring you guys up here, Josh and Christina. Alrighty, Christina, are you happy with your pick?
Yeah.
Are you happy with your pick? For sure.
Well, he hasn't picked yet.
Well, are you happy with what?
How do you feel that you got picked?
Yeah, good, of course.
Nice.
Yeah, well, I mean, of course. Yeah, anybody would feel good, right?
What second date would you guys go on?
I don't know. I would probably ask you, what do you not like to do, and not do that.
Good answer.
Yeah, so you guys can, pretend to like each other, hug, give each other the information,
Nice to meet you.
because this is technically was your guys' first date ever. So if this works out,
It's like speed dating with the blindfold.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it is, but better.
And 2 choices.
Yeah, 2 choices is crazy. yeah.
So how does this work? Like,
You guys can swap information.
information
and then,
if you'd like.
We did our part.
Or you guys can just pretend you guys like each other and just go with each other. It's up to you.
we could do that anyway. I'm just kidding.
We did try to do like the whole blindfold, so you just do based off of personality. But you guys are both like a good-looking couple. I feel like you guys are both good-looking people.
I'm curious, who did the other girl pick?
She picked Brandon.
No way!
So it's 1 and 1, yeah.
So it worked out great. It worked out exactly how I planned it.
Well, it's too funny, dude.
Well, thank you for coming on. Do you guys have anything else you want to say?
No. I wish you guys the best in life.
Yeah, amen. Keep doing,
guys.
keep on going. I hope other people participate. It's a lot of fun. It's a good experience.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I highly recommend it.
Especially living out here where the dating pool is more like a dating puddle.
Right.
There's not a whole lot out here.
That's a good one.
This is a kind of a cool way to...
Yeah.
Brandon's the same age as your daughter over there, by the way. I kept that out of the information.
Yeah, they kept the whole age thing out.
And that's her husband who I was talking. I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Don't show him on camera. Don't show him on camera.
He didn't sign it, so we blur it out. Alrighty, guys. So this has been a wrap up of Desert Dates. I hope we'll be back. I think we'll be back.
I think we'll be back.
See you guys
I
later.
hope you'll be back.
I hope you'll be back too.
All right.
Thank you
All
guys.
right. Well,
Thank you
thanks,
guys.
guys.
It was great to meet you.
Great to meet
If
you
you guys
too.
want to swap information.
It's good to meet you too.
Good to meet you.